Welcome back to my channel. I want to show you how I made this beautiful dart manipulation dress by using a stretchy fabric. If you're using a stretchy fabric, you need to minus 2 from your measure or 3 from your normal measurement, depending how stretchy your fabric is. For instance, my bust is 36, I minus 2, so it's going to give me 34. My waist is 34, I minus 2, is going to give me 32. My hip is 42, I minus 2, is going to give me 40. And at the length, I minus 7, or you can minus more than that if you want it to be very pencil, depending how you want it to be very pencil. I have to fold my pattern on fold because I'm using a stretchy fabric. I got my shoulder measurement. From my shoulder measurement, I got my bust point, I got my waist point from my shoulder, I got my hip point, and also got my length, and I added 2 inch on my length. Instead of 45, I make it 47 because I'm going to fold it. After I finish doing that, I now have to measure my bust is 36 divided by 2, give me 34. Then I now divide it by 4 and I mark what I got. The same thing on my waist, I minus 2 before dividing by 4. On my bust, on my hip, I minus 2 before dividing by 4. Then at the length of the dress, I minus 7 because I want it to be very pencil stretchy. So depending how tight you want it to be, you can minus more than 7, you can minus 10, you can minus 11, depending how you want it to be. I'm making a 3/4 fitted dress. After I finish doing that, I will now bring it back to connect all those lines together. I connected all those lines together. After I finish connecting the lines together, I use my tape rule. From my bust measurement, I had to measure 2 upward to get my armhole. Then I connected it all together because I want to get a armhole. I connected it all together. After I finish doing that, I have to cut. Please, I'm making a dart manipulation dress. Mind you, I'm using a stretchy fabric. So I need to fold your pattern into 2. Remove all the excess, all the fabric, all the transferring of that, because it's in the stretchy fabric, and you can minus more than 3 or 2 from the stretchy fabric from your normal measurement, depending how you want it to be very tight on you. If you want it to be very tight on you, instead of minusing 2, you can minus 3. And at the end of the dress also, because I want it to be very pencil, so I minus 7 on my own. You can minus more than 7. After I finish doing that, I bring the back pattern. My neck, I'm putting my neck at the back of the neck is 1. The neck width is 3, while the neck depth is 1.5. But at the front, the neck width is 3, while the neck depth is 2.5, because I want it to be a halter neck dress. So I connect it with my ruler. After I finish connecting it, and I keep ½ inch space because I want an opening at the back. That is why I have to keep an opening. So I trim all the excess out from the dress. After finishing that, I open it. Then I connect the neck very well, because you have to pieces the dress to have different colors to give you, and I want to open it at the front. So that is why I just leave an ½ inch. Then from the depth, I make it 5 because I want my bust to show a little. That mine it. Then after I finish it, from there I connect. You can do anyhow, you can cut it anyhow you want to cut it, but you have to be very careful. You have to label each part. I have to, because I want to use pink, white, and red. So this is number 1. Do the other side, the full side like that, from that upside. And from the other side, I have to remove, that place is number 2. I have to remove my red. That place is number 3. See the way I just connect it, slant. You just make it easy for you. If you're a beginner, you just connect anyhow you want to connect. You don't need any measurement, you don't need to transfer anything. I just minus 2. See the way I minus in it. This one side is bigger than the other side. That side is big, your upper side is smaller. So just to help me to indicate, because I want a slit at the front, I have to pieces that place into 2. I have to pieces that place into 2. One the other side, and you have to label from that way. You have to cut it that way like that, because I want a slit at the front, and I label everything number 1, and you will also write all the colors you want on them, so that when you're joining it, it will not be confusing. After we finish doing that, see, I open it again. I cut out the neck and the front because I want an opening at the front. After I finish doing that, I use my scissors. I've already labeled. You must label. Please listen carefully. You must label. Then you start cutting it off. This is number 1. I want to use white, off-white on that side. Number 1. The bigger part is number 2. You must label as you are cutting it. I want to cut off the smaller side is smaller, the down side is bigger, because I'm going to use red there, and that is number 3. You see the way I'm cutting it. You can do just any design you want to do. That place is smaller while the other side is bigger. You can do any design anyhow you want, or just use your ruler to mark anyhow you want to do it, but make sure you label it while doing that. You see, I'm labeling it up so that it will be easy for me when I want to join it, and I slit the other two parts to give a slit at the front. I finished cutting it on my pattern on the fabric. Then I use my pin. You use your pin to join it first to make sure that you're correct. If you label, it will be very easy for you to join them back. You see the way I'm joining it with my pin. Then I have to connect it pin it very well. Then take it to my sewing machine and sew them for everything together. After I finish doing that, this is the back. The same thing you did at the front. I just want to color at the back. You can also use plain if you're a learner, so that not to be confused. I used to color at the back. I cut it this way, slant it just to. My back is on fold because I'm using two colors, so it's on fold. This is how it's going to look like. Then after I finish doing that, join it. I'm cutting the neck. This is how I get the neck. You're going to, as if you're cutting a flare, you're going to use a paper that is not straight. You trim the paper as if you're trimming a flare. You measure the neck round, your measurement round. You measure the neck round. After you measure the neck round, you connect it. I'm not using any ruler because I am good with it. If you're a learner, you just try to do that. Then just watch what I'm doing carefully. I've connected the neck, I've measured the neck. Then you put excess 1 or 2 inch, so that's where you can use your button to, because it's stretching, you might not even need to put allowance on it, but I have to put on my own. I put 1 inch allowance on my own. After I finish doing that, after I finish, I cut it off. I cut it off and I place it on top of the white and listen to. I place it on top of the white and listen to fabric together. The fabric together. After I finish placing it, you can see the way I've cut it. It's not going to be straight because I want it to slip on my neck. It's not going to be straight. Then you join one red and together, because it's a manipulation dress. You have to join more than 1 or 2 fabric colors together. So I have to join it this way. Then go into my sewing machine, close 2 to 10 together, fix it on the neck. See the way I'm fixing it, I'm showing it from the inside to the outside. You fix it from the inside to the outside. I'm showing you the way you leave the space. See the way at the front, you leave a space, even at the back too. You start from the back. After you finish, you can use your iron to give it a good press so that it will be easy for you to sew it. Give it a good press if you're not good with this stuff. So me, I'm just. This is the outcome. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Love you. Bye.